Hey guys, greetings and salutations. This is James. I'm actually filming at home. It's been between like 95 and 100 degrees here in Los Angeles, California within the past week. So it's 2022. And yeah, it's April. So I'm actually thinking about seeing the Sonic 2 movie. Anyway, I'm actually filming this because I do think that as a guy who admires nice feet, I think it's really important to address different topics related to the, I'm going to say, the foot community. Now, because of my Christian convictions, you know, I do have a different take on what we would call the foot models. So I actually wanted to share that, and I'm pretty sure this will probably be my least popular video when it comes to my foot videos. A lot of them are pretty popular so far. A lot of people are very responsive to these because I think it's a topic that we need to speak on really more often. You know, I think that I would encourage you guys to check out my previous I have already 2 videos really related to the whole foot thing, and you know, I've been trying to really address it, but I have a different take on this particular topic, and it's really just my thoughts on specifically the foot model. You know, let me just start off by saying that I admire anyone that is brave enough to go into the journey of entrepreneurship. You know, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with being an entrepreneur, regardless of what field you're in. There's a respect I really give to men and women that branch out, and instead of essentially working under someone, which can be to some extent restricting and even safer, being an entrepreneur, you know, a lot of the progress and a lot of the work is on the person that's starting what it is that they're doing. So for the ladies that go into this, I do admire the tenacity, I'm going to say, the desire and even the convictions to actually move towards something like this. Selling videos of their feet, selling videos, you know, trying to appease different guys with different interests and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm a guy, you know, who admires nice feet as well. So visually, I would probably be very, you know, easily sucked into admiring a lady with nice feet. And you know, even if it's something as simple as like dangling and stuff like that, you know, a lot of us, there are certain things that really I don't know, I'm going to say really, there are things that really stand out to us, you know, and it makes a woman more attractive, you know. And so for me, there's just a variety of things as well as a lot of other foot guys. And one of the things I did try to break down with one of my previous videos is that different foot guys have different interests when it comes to feet. So a lot of people outside of the foot community often bunch us all together, but some of us are very different than one another, you know. And so I'd really encourage you guys to check out those videos because I kind of break out the spectrum. One of the things I want to really get into is just maybe 3 different aspects I'm going to address when it comes to the foot model concept. And I'm sharing this because I am on Instagram, and there's a lady that actually maybe a year or so ago seen that I complimented a lady with nice feet on Instagram, and I guess she, you know, added me on Instagram, you know, started following me, and then tried to sell me videos and you know, some of her work. And I was trying to be very respectful towards her, but I tried to explain to her that although I am a guy that admires nice feet and I love the femininity that comes with a woman that takes care of her hands, takes care of her feet, her skin, wears nice shoes, heels, you know, that stuff really resonates with me. I can't visualize myself actually paying somebody to give me videos of their feet. Like I can't see myself paying for something like that. And I understand this is something that, you know, many men participate in, you know, and there are a lot of ladies that, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's some type of porn site, adult site, or even just on YouTube, there's ways that people, you know, get paid because they're simply providing these things that men want to see. You know, we men obviously are incredibly visually stimulated. You know, it's very easy for us to be stimulated by something that, or someone that we are attracted to or what we find appealing. And I think it's just it's interesting because I feel like, you know, why, in my opinion, why go after, you know, a video or go after a photo when you can have the real thing? You know, that's where my mind is why not just have a wife so you can enjoy her feet the way you like, you know. You know, you can massage her feet forever, you know, and I'm sure most ladies wouldn't you know, disagree. Like they would I would love to have that kind of attention, And I know that there's a lot of us guys in the foot community that has been labeled creeps or weirdos or whatever else. And I just want to remind all of you, if you're watching this, that not everyone thinks that. There are ladies that love the idea of a man massaging their feet daily. There is women that are incredibly excited about the idea of having a man that would be just as interested in the type of shoes that she's wearing as she is, who would actually take the time to even in a relationship, set aside a budget just for her going to the salon to make sure her hands and feet are look nice. I'm one of those guys. I would do that. I would gladly do it, because to me it's benefiting both of us. Like I want my lady to look nice, but I also want to enjoy these beautiful hands and feet, and I want to admire the nails and whatever else, massage the feet or whatever. And so it's not really an issue, but yeah, the idea of just somebody, and this kind of goes into my first point, is as a Christian man, there are certain guidelines or boundaries, I'm going to say, that I uphold, and one of the things I, and really insist on addressing, not only to men, but also to the women that are participating, is that, it is considered sin to deliberate cause, people to stumble. It's something that we have to keep in mind, is that it could be your clothes, it could be the type of activity that you are participating, but you are essentially leading people away from God with your behavior. You're leading them away, and it's like, yes, you can do things, the godly way, and maybe have a wife and have a safe relationship and a secure relationship and enjoy one another intimately and sexually and emotionally and spiritually. Or, it's almost like for the foot model, they're saying, or you can have this counterfeit relationship with me through the screen instead of having a live person, that can actually, you can experience life with. It's like, no, you can have an experience through the screen with me, with my adult content. One verse I want to share with you guys, I at least want to start off sharing, is Matthew 5:28. And this is a part of the Sermon on the Mount. This is what Jesus shared. It's the longest message that he shared. And the Bible says, but I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery with her in their heart. Okay, so according to the Bible, even looking with lust is committing adultery in the heart. Now obviously every man and woman we're guilty of that, all of us. If you have red blood circulating through your veins, you're in trouble, because we're all victim to that. We're all guilty of that. And the idea of people, specifically foot models, intentionally driving men and some women to lust is considered sin. Certain things you expect, from one another, and the foot models thing is a very casual thing. And, some guys, they deal with foot models on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and they go to sites and stuff like that. But it's adult content, and it leads us away from God, not towards him. So remember, God wants us to have the real thing, not a relationship with someone's feet, through a screen. Now, I'm not opposed to, this is your partner's, legs and feet or hands or whatever, but again, you have to keep in mind that pornographic material, adult material, goes against what God desires. Another point I wanted to share is one's reputation. One of the ladies that I actually was alluding to earlier, that I have on my Instagram and initially tried to sell me some of her material, she does not include her face in any of her photos or material at all. And she's very clear and careful not to reveal her face. And at first I thought, oh, that makes sense. She's just being mysterious. But then I thought to myself, she's actually saving herself the embarrassment, or maybe her conscience is messing with her, because she's aware that she can destroy her reputation very easily. Now, I don't know for her and many other ladies, sometimes this is not a full-time gig. Sometimes it's a part-time gig, and they have a life. They can be, I don't know, working at a store. They can be working in a business. They can be entrepreneurs in some other field, or they might even be housewives or somebody's girlfriend. But obviously, putting your face and your name to this material, it can destroy your relationships even, and that's something I also wanted to get into. And I guess maybe they go hand in hand. But, there are a lot of guys that would not take a woman seriously that's a part of the adult industry to any extent, to any capacity. And even if they do entertain the idea of being with one of these women, it's typically seeing her as an object. It's, hey, you're good at this sexual stuff, so that's going to be your purpose for the time being, until I find somebody that looks better or does this thing better, And so these ladies, I just want to warn you that you're living a life that not only is going against what God desires, but it's something that it can cost you everything. There's a lot of material on YouTube, ladies that are a part of OnlyFans or adult film actresses, that they've told people straight up that yes, they are making a certain amount of money, but there's a lot of things that they're not warned of once they get into this world. There are people that sometimes step in and take advantage of them, pretending to be somebody that's going to assist them, and really makes things worse, Also, there are times when the audience members who's actually paying for the ladies, and paying their bills and their fees and things like that through fees, sometimes they have greater expectations. They're not, certain material is not going to be enough for them to be appeased by, so they want more. And you're going to have to be prepared to do more for them. And if you want to get paid, if you want to continue your income, that you're receiving, you have to go along with that. You're almost imprisoned by it. And it's so interesting to even bring that up, because Jesus said those who practice sin are a slave to sin. So you can't remove yourself from it once you get a taste of a certain amount of money. And I want to speak to you guys, I want to share something with you guys, because I had one of my female friends some years ago, and this is when I was kind of still not strong in my faith, but she actually thought of the idea that maybe she and I can start some type of OnlyFans or do some type of material online. Just me filming her feet, and just putting it online, so we could start a site or something like that. And I remember us entertaining the idea and just kind of joking about it, like, oh, we'll do YouTube and we'll do this. And the thing is, she's a very petite Latin lady, she has really small feet, she would have been ideal, And I thought to myself initially, like, we would get seriously paid if we actually went through this. We would get paid. We would get paid, I mean, she already had very nice feet, and I just thought, man, we would get seriously paid, and she was very open to it. But I, as a Christian man, I had my convictions. I knew I can't do that. I can't, and it's really just important to keep that in mind, that your reputation is on the line. You don't want to be associated with certain things like that, because like I said, there are some ladies that have unfortunately shared some testimonies online that their lives have been ruined because they're imprisoned by this lifestyle, and no guy is taking them seriously, at least not the serious guys that a woman would want to marry, because when you're participating in this sort of thing, it hurts your chances, and it comes with a cost, and I don't think that a lot of ladies think about that ahead of time. So I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to share this. I know it's not a very popular topic, you guys. I actually was debating, did I want to share this, to be honest with you, but it's just something that I think needed to be shared, Of course, I'm probably not going to revisit this anymore. I feel like I covered enough. But it's just something just to put out there, because I think we need to think about that stuff. It's nice to admire the beautiful things that God has put in this earth, and like I said, I'm all for a lady with pretty feet, pretty hands, taking care of their, wearing nice shoes, the dangling, all this stuff. I'm a foot guy, but at the same time, I know that God desires for us to have a partner, and that's something that He's established, why we have marriage in the first place. So don't deprive yourself of the real thing and go and retreat to the screen when you can have the real thing. A woman that will gladly rip off her shoes and put them in your lap and say, hey, sweetheart, let's watch these movies, and here's the lotion and oil, and massage them, and let's go, All right, guys. Please like and subscribe. I would love to also hear some of your comments on this. I know this is not a popular topic, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. God bless you guys. Peace. This is James. And thanks for tuning in. All right, bye.